Guys, to be completely honest, it has been a little bit of a hangover day. So it's pajamas and no brushing of hair or beard and just being a little lazy. So with that said, don't really have a particularly funny intro for you. But hey, we got some beer from Cowbell. It's part of the Renegade series, so it's not always around. This one may be sold out. Probably is. Let's do this. Beer, 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 beer. Hello everybody, welcome back to me, Mate Brewski, from the Brewski Review. And today the beer that I have for you guys is from the Cowbell Brewing Co. They're out of Blythe, Ontario. I'm 99% sure of that. I always check, but it's the only one out of Blythe. And Blythe is a very memorable name per se. We have there from the Renegade series, Cowbell, their West Coast IPA. Boom, here you go, beautiful black can. Really do love the look of the Renegade series cans. Pretty badass in my opinion. 6.5% ABV and 50 IBUs. Again, not the biggest fan of West Coast IPAs, but always excited. I'm gonna put it on this side because for some reason I have a feeling it's gonna explode, but thankfully it didn't. Not to strip glass because I have too many beer glasses that need a wash, and don't really want to add another one just yet. That's about half the beer right there, I want to say. And looking at the beer, not as dark as other West Coast, funny enough. A nice, almost like orangey yellow color. A little bit of haze going on there. Nothing hazy crazy, but a fair bit. Nice white head, or maybe off-white head on top. Looking like a fantastic beer. Wouldn't expect it to be a West Coast if I was passing this at a bar or whatever, but here it is. Let's give it a smell. On the nose, piney, grapefruity, a little catty. Piney, grapefruity, a little catty. Citrusy, like a orange rind. Yeah, orange skin, orange rind. Pithy as well. A little bit of candied mango in the background. I want to say like a dried mango. Kind of honey-esque per se, between the hoppy the pininess and the mangoiness. Sort of gives it like a honey, or almost like somewhat of like a nectar sort of aroma off it as well. But so far so good. Let's dive in. On the taste, definitely pine, grapefruit as per usual. Moving into those words, citrusy, yeah, citrusy, rindy, and dried mango flavors, and then kind of switches a little bit and ends on more of a, again, yeah, piney note, but more like pine wood rather than pine needles per se. Pretty interesting. But then again, that was just one sip, so without further ado, cheers everybody, let's keep on drinking. Yeah, opening up, pine, grapefruit, a little bit of black or white pepper. Funny enough, that was kind of weird, but kind of cool. Yeah, black and white pepper, dried mangoes, orange citrus, a little bit of like a zest, splash, a little bit of a squeeze of juice, and then some rindiness out of there as well. And then yeah, moving into like more pine wood compared to pine tips. Kind of cool. Not overly malty, or really malty at all. When you think about, a West Coast, you always think, a mix of malts and hop flavor profiles. This not so much. Definitely a bit more tropical, but has that bit more of a woody sort of thing going on here. So there is that sort of trade-off, but not as malty or malt flavors coming through on this bad boy right here. Good body, good mouthfeel on it as well. Not too bad. Let's see what the can has to say. Cowbell Brewing Co. West Coast India Pale Ale. Boom. Here you go. 6.5%. Like I said, 50 IBUs. Any description? Not really. Yeah, a little bit. Here we go. Classic West Coast IPA showcasing pine, citrus, and dank hop bitterness from Cascade, Centennial, and Chinook hops. Pretty cool. SRM or color is 6. Serving temp 3 degrees in glassware. Looks to be a tulip style glass. Mine's in a regular drinking glass, so sue me. Food pairings, we have sausage, pub fare, crab cakes, and smoked cheddar. And tasting is pine, citrus, dank hop bitterness. You can definitely see that dank. I think that's where I'm getting that sort of wood, pine woodsy note. That's definitely the dankness there. Don't know why it didn't come up as dank, but you know, for my vocabulary. But hey, I'm throwing you some more descriptive words per se. Any date codes on here? Yes, Do the Right Thing. This was brewed on September 29th, 2020. So it is a few months old, but not too bad. Moving over to the website, cowbellbrewing.com. You go to the beer section, you're going to hit the Renegade series, and you're going to scroll down, and you're going to eventually find the West Coast. This is number 29, limited release. This does have a more detailed, well, at least it has a description, sorry. Let's read it. Renegade number 29, West Coast IPA, is our take on a classic West Coast IPA. The aroma bursts with tropical fruit and citrus. Cascade, Centennial, and Chinook hops take center stage, offering vibrant notes of pungent pine, citrus, and dank hop bitterness. Again, you have your beer specs like you do on the can, your pairings, your ABV, IBU, SRM, temperature, glassware, and tasting notes. Overall, a very nice looking website. Gotta say that. Great information, nice description, and the beer specs thing of food pairings, tasting notes, all the technical stuff, pretty cool as well. And again, I do like how they include right in the description of what hops were used in the brew. No picture of the brew itself here, not even just the can, but it looks like a little bit of dead space there, but hey, it is what it is. It is a pretty beer. I don't know why they wouldn't want to show it off on the website. Maybe so people who didn't get a chance to enjoy it couldn't feel too bad about it, but that's why I'm here. To make you feel bad that you missed out on a great product. It's damn good. It's damn good indeed. A little catty, just like a tiny little bit. But other than that, if you like a nice bit of a hot bomb kind of beer, definitely going to be right up your alley. Over on Untapped, Renegade Series number 29 West Coast IPAs, I'm giving it a 3.68 bottle caps out of 5, and that's out of 567 ratings. One guy says, very piney, distinct flavor, got 12 of them, gonna enjoy each one of them. That it is indeed. It is very pine forward. Piney, citrusy, tropical fruits, 100%. So, if you're not a big fan of that pine note, may not be the beer for you, but I mean, damn, it's she's a heavy hitter indeed. She is a heavy hitter. Gotta say, 6.5%, not overly boozy, but you know, a solid range. 50 IBUs on here, and it does show fairly well. The stated IBU versus perceived IBU sort of you know, balance or comparison, sorry, is quite close. Yeah, it's got some bite per se, which actually I'm liking quite a bit. But yeah, fairly pine heavy. As far as IPAs go, don't think I can recall another IPA that I've had in a long time with sort of this big punch of pine per se. But not a bad brew. With that said, guys, cheers on the final sip. Oh, let's get ready to rain and wrap this thing up. Overall, Cowbell Brewing Co. West Coast IPA. Overall, West Coast IPA, Renegade Series, Cowbell Brewing Co. A pretty potent beer, not gonna lie. Not the biggest ABV by any means, but in terms of flavor, this has a lot of it. Big notes of pine right up in your face, coming in with that citrus right after, and the nice tropical fruit notes. Definitely for me, getting more of a dried mango sweetness out of here. A little bit of honey or nectar on the nose kind of thing. A fantastic a beer indeed. Works really well. Not a heavy beer by any means when it comes to mouthfeel and body, just moderate all the way around, solid for the style. I am getting a little bloated though. One, because I drank it a little too fast, and also two, I'm stuffed with Chipotle. So if you've had a big meal, don't drink this faster. Just don't drink any beer too fast after a big meal. Cause yeah, it'll that bloatiness will definitely hit you. Or although pretty pumped to finish the rest of this beer while I watch the rest of the hockey game. West Coast Renegade Series gets a solid gets a solid 8.3 out of 10. A pretty damn good beer. But one thing I want to say, if you're not a big fan of pine, probably not gonna like this thing because it is pretty pine forward. But I'm kind of one of those guys where I like that, and if you like that a bigger intense bitterness, you're gonna get it here. Because a lot of IPAs nowadays, they may show big boozy numbers and higher ABVs, or not ABVs but also IBUs, but the perceived bitterness, how you actually taste it, is a lot less. It's very, a lot of it is very masked. This is showing up and saying like, hey, I'm a bitter beer, and this is what you're getting. There's no masking of anything. It is honest. It is a solid pint indeed. Presentation, I forget what I gave the other one, the other Renegade Series stuff, because they all look more or less the same, just a different change in color for the name of the beer per se. But black can, love it. A little bit of matte finish on here, great stuff. Short, sweet description, food pairings, tasting notes, ABV, IBU, SRM, temperature, glassware, canned on date on the bottom, and then moving over to the website, just throwing in that added, longer description there, including all the beer specs as I just listed before. Fan-freaking-tastic. By far. A solid 9.5 out of 10 for me. Fan-freaking-tastic. Before I leave you guys, if you have any comments, questions, or beers on review in the future, you can leave all that information down in the comment box below. If you want to go ahead and like this video or subscribe to me, Mate Brewski, I'd greatly appreciate it as well. And with all that said, that's going to do it for me, Mate Brewski. Like I always say, crack a beer and enjoy. Cheers. Now I'm going to finish this beer and probably never have it again, because it is a limited run and that kind of breaks my heart. Cheers.